These security forces have been given more legal resources to carry out their role in the management of the COVID-19 pandemic. This as the Disaster Risk Management Amendment Act 2021 was approved in the Senate on Friday, March 26. The Disaster Risk Management Amendment Act 2021 seeks to amend the Disaster Risk Management Act to introduce a specific enforceable system of sanctions against persons who breach the public health protocols. Leader of Opposition Business, Peter Bunting, said he was against rushing through the amendments as there were concerns about some of the proposed changes to the Act. He was one of several members of the opposition who voiced their concerns.
Mr. President, I think it is very unwise and unnecessary because even if it were to pass this evening, it could not come into effect. It has to go back to the lower house. So why are we making this bill, which is of serious concern?
I don't believe a delay, which would give us a chance to quickly assemble a joint select committee as promised by the Prime Minister, to have the input of the citizens of the country in this bill. At least one of our presenters, who was due to contribute significantly from our side, had to leave because of circumstances beyond our control.
Whereas there is a general acceptance that there is need for stronger measures to ensure that persons are compliant, there is, in my opinion, and based on my reading on social media and other places, that there is almost a national questioning of this bill. There are, and I don't want to, so I'm going to be very careful in, walking on that line, but there are, in fact, provisions that have left people, perhaps I'd say, very concerned.
Leader of Government Business in the Senate, KAMINA Johnson-Smith, who piloted the bill, said this system of sanctions is one that is much needed.
On the 19th, that is the Friday, the following day, it was circulated to all senators. On the back of that email on the same day, I wrote to all senators and encouraged senators, reminded them that we would be sitting on the 26th to take the appropriations bill, and I was asking that they sensitize themselves to the DRMA bill, which had just been circulated, and so that they could raise any concerns and they could be considered in a way which would allow for their prompt taking. That I was at that time, because it was Friday, still awaiting guidance on the actual timing of the passage of the Act, but that I am placing it on their radar.
The bill was passed in the lower house on Tuesday, March 23. According to Senator Johnson-Smith, then the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, had said a joint select committee was not needed to consider the bill, so it was put through all its stages in the other house.
The fact that that was agreed in recognition of the urgency of the matter. The reality is that people are dying. People are dying. The hospitals are full. The opposition, the government has been criticized. The government The government has been criticized for not being strong enough on enforcement. Even the opposition responded to the measures announced on Sunday by saying that they didn't go far enough.
After much debate, the Disaster Risk Management Amendment Act 2021 was passed in the Senate with 3 amendments.